Good day, everyone. Today I'll be presenting my initial research proposal titled Influences on Luxury Brand Purchase Intention and the Mediating Role of Brand Attachment. This presentation provides an overview of the research topics, the gap, the objective, and the methodology that I'll be using. As we know, Asia Pacific is the fast growing luxury market, and luxury consumption in Malaysia is rising rapidly, especially among younger consumers such as Gen Y and Gen Z. And today, luxury buying is no longer just about the price or exclusivity. It is influenced by emotions, identity, lifestyle, and social image. However, most studies examine these factors individually. There's still limited understanding of how physiological, emotional, and brand-related factors work together to influence luxury purchase intention in Malaysia. And this study aimed to fill that gap. And for this study, it's supported by two main theories. The first one would be theory of planned behavior, which is explained the intention is shaped by attitudes, social norms, and perceived behavior control. This is relevant because luxury purchases are deliberate decisions. And the second one would be consumer culture theory, which explains how consumers use brand to express their identity, lifestyle, and social meaning. Luxury brands are strong symbol of these motivations. And this theory helped to explain both the rational and emotional aspects of luxury buying. For this study, there are four independent main variables. The first one would be the perceived value, materialism, brand consciousness, and hedonic value. So this represent the functional, psychological, and emotional drivers of luxury purchase intention. And the mediating variables is the brand attachment, which reflect the emotional bonding with a brand. The dependent variable is luxury purchase intention. And together, these variables form the basics of the proposed research model. From past studies, several consistent findings emerged. Perceived value influence luxury buying across cultures, and materialistic consumers often seek luxury products to get their signal status. So the brand consciousness leads consumers to prefer well-known luxury labels due to the perceived quality, and hedonic value explain the enjoyment and excitement of the luxury shopping. However, most of the study do not combine these variables into one model. Also, the mediating role of emotional attachment remain unexplored in Malaysia. Based on literature, several gaps remain. First, there's a limited research integrating physiological, emotional, and brand-related predictors in one framework. And second, brand attachment is rarely tested as mediator in Malaysia luxury consumption. Third, many luxury consumption models are based on Western context and may not fully apply in Southeast Asia. So, this research aims to address these gaps with a Malaysian-focused perspective. And to address the research problem, the study focused on two research questions. How do perceived value, materialism, brand consciousness, and hedonic value influence the luxury purchase intention? And does brand attachment mediate this relationship? And from this question, two objectives are formed. The first one will be to examine the direct effect of the four independent variables on luxury purchase intention, and also to test the mediating role of the brand attachment. And the scope of this study is clearly defined. The research focused on the psychological and branding factors that influence luxury purchase in Malaysia. And the geographic focus is in Malaysia, where luxury consumption is steadily growing. And the sample will be consist of 100 Malaysian consumers who have interest in buying luxury brands. And the unit of analysis is individual consumers. And this research approach is quantitative, using a cross-sectional survey and PLS-SEM analysis. And this study provides important contribution at several levels. In terms of academically, it integrates multiple theories and variables into one model, expanding understanding of luxury behavior in non-Western contexts. And for government and policy, insights into luxury spending can support taxation strategy and economic planning. And for industry, brands can use the findings to target the marketing more effectively and strengthen the customer attachment. This research will use a quantitative design with a purposive sampling. So a total of 100 respondents will complete a self-administered questionnaire assessing their perceived value, materialism, brand consciousness, hedonic value, brand attachment, and purchase intention. And all these items will use to validate the Likert scale instrument. And this data will be analyzed using the partially square structural equation modeling through the samples like Smart PLS, which is ideal for testing both direct and indirect relationship. And based on the proposed model, 9 hypotheses are developed. And H1 to H4 is to test the direct effects of the 4 independent variables on purchase intention. And for H5 to H8 is to test the mediating effect of the brand attachment between each predictors and purchase intention. While for the H9, it tests the direct relationship between the brand attachment and purchase intention. So this framework allows a comprehensive analysis of both rational and emotional influences. So as a conclusion, this study examines how perceptions, value, emotions interact to shape luxury purchase intention in Malaysia. And by integrating multiple predictors and testing the mediating role of brand attachment, the research aimed to provide a deeper insight into a modern luxury consumer behavior. And these are my presentations. Thank you for listening, and I welcome any questions.